Hello!
Hello, hello.
And welcome to this video. If you've watched several of my weekend vlogs, you'll know that we've done the Marvel marathon thingamabob, where we've gone through it chronologically for the story, not by release date. That's right, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So we've now finished it. Hey!
Did it pretty quickly. We did one a day, didn't we?
Well, 22 days it took us, because there's 22 films.
So 22 or 21?
I thought it was 22.
No, it was 22. You're right. I think.
So we thought we'd just jump on and have a little reminisce and discussion about Marvel films.
I'm going to have to look at what time it is now, so.
Yeah, I thought you would. I knew you wouldn't be able to cope. So it's 23 films. So we've now completed. So yes, we did one a night for 23 nights. And I liked the way we did it because there were bits that I wouldn't have picked up on if we did it normally. And certainly when we've just watched them one a year kind of thing, I've definitely not picked up on the strands that go through it, particularly with all the Infinity Stones and the people.
It helped with the Infinity Stones massively, I think, yeah.
Like the bloke with the Soul Stone, I would never have remembered him in the first film.
Yeah, the fact that he was
part of Hydra.
Yeah.
How did you find the experience?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I was disappointed when it ended, and after 23 films in 23 days, you'd think that you'd get a bit fed up, but I was actually hoping that it continued. So I think that's a pretty smashing review.
Pretty smashing, eh?
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever said the word smashing in this household before.
There you go. That's how good it was, though.
Anywho, the order works well, I think, apart from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Because you go Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then Endgame, and that film just doesn't seem to fit there. It does for the end screen, like the bit that comes within the credits or after the credits, but the film doesn't fit there. Yeah,
I would have definitely had Ant-Man before Infinity War, then 2 Avengers in a row.
No, because
and just had the end screen be different.
No, because you need Thor Ragnarok before you have Infinity War.
It is,
so
yeah. No, I mean
Ant-Man
before Infinity War.
No, you need Thor Ragnarok before Infinity War.
Oh, right before. So
you need Ant-Man and the Wasp between Black Panther and
Thor.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Or is it Doctor Strange?
That's right. Doctor Strange was before Black Panther.
Oh yeah, so after Black Panther, that's when Ant-Man and the Wasp should have come, in my opinion. Because you go through the hype of Infinity War, and then you go to Ant-Man and the Wasp, and it's a bit...
But yeah, I would recommend, if anyone likes the Marvel films, like the Avengers, whatever, and has probably seen most of them, maybe not all of them, that was how I was. I hadn't seen all of them. I'd seen like 80% of them. But like, it's splattered about my life kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would recommend doing it in chronological order. I think that's really good.
Ones that we hadn't seen. I hadn't seen Captain Marvel, and I really enjoyed that one, actually. That one came quite early on, and I liked the fact that it focused quite a bit on Nick Fury, and you got a bit of his backstory. So we hadn't seen that one. Had you seen it?
I don't think I'd seen that one either.
So
I hadn't seen some of the Captain America's either. I saw like one of them, but I hadn't seen... There was 3 of them, so...
Well, I'd definitely seen 2 of them. Maybe not the first one.
Yeah.
And then the last Spider-Man we haven't seen either.
No.
And Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp we haven't seen either.
Although Pete was convinced he'd seen it. It turned out he hadn't. It was the beginning of Endgame.
Yeah. I knew I'd seen something else with Ant-Man in his life, but it was just part of the start of Endgame, yeah. I was going through the whole of Ant-Man and the Wasp being like,
I've
it's
seen
coming up soon. The part that I know is coming up soon, it's like a 10-second part that I remembered, and it ends up being the start of Endgame, but not. I was even going to the end of the credits and going, it must be now,
it must be now. It must be this, but it wasn't.
Yeah, no. And then there are more that's coming out as well, so you've got, obviously COVID might restrict this,
it'll
might delay it.
Push them back.
But they've got Black Widow, the Eternals.
Surely Black Widow will come further up in the... Well, it has to.
And you have like Disney Plus shows like The Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision. But is that TV shows or is that films?
There'll be TV shows.
Yeah.
Probably. Can't see them making films and not releasing.
And there'll be more. There's
more like Guardians and stuff like that.
So, yeah.
The last film, the Spider-Man one, was very much a setup for the next phase of Marvel universe. What were your favourite ones?
I haven't looked through the list again, so...
You don't know off the top of your head?
No, I just want to make sure I don't miss ones that I liked. You said favourite, just a few.
Yeah, you can have.
I think Thor Ragnarok is probably one of my favourites. Yeah.
For me, I think the Guardians films.
The Guardian films are brilliant. Yeah.
Probably the second one.
I think they get better and better in general. The films, like in chronological order, I think they do get better.
Oh yeah, they do because they get funnier.
Yeah.
They realise that they need humour in these films, so they get funnier. But yeah, I think the Guardians films are probably my favourite. The second one in particular, because who doesn't like Baby Groot?
Controversial.
And that is the best opening. Is Baby Groot dancing
the Guardians actually too, the opening sequence. Yeah. No,
Blue Sky.
Controversial, but Doctor Strange I quite like.
I like Doctor Strange
because I think it's quite a good world, like quite a good character.
He's a cool character. No, I like that one. I don't think that's controversial. Jeff, don't do that, bud. I don't think that's controversial at all.
Yeah, less known one, I guess, but I thought he was quite good. And obviously the Avengers are brilliant. And Spider-Man, I thought he's much better than the old Spider-Man.
Yeah. But I know they've made him younger.
I know we pretty much just said them all then, but we haven't said like the Captain Americans or the...
Yeah, I mean, I like them, but they're not my favourite.
The Iron Man, so they're good again, but actually I think the other ones are better than Iron Man, even though I like Iron Man.
What one?
Like the ones we just said, like Guardians of the Galaxy, the Thors and Doctor Strange, I think they're better than the Iron Mans, even though they're good still. But...
I mean, the worst one was the Incredible Hulk.
Wasn't great.
Thank God they got rid of... Oh, who was playing him in that?
Edward Norton.
I don't think it was him. Was it him in that one? Because they did They did two Incredible Hulks at different companies at basically the same time. And I can't remember who.
I like Edward Norton as an actor, but yeah, I think Mark Ruffalo is much better.
Yeah, no, he just doesn't. He would not have been good as the Hulk in the Avengers films. Whereas Mark Ruffalo.
I'm coming out with all these names of.
But yeah, so that was probably my least favourite, followed by probably Captain America: Civil War or Age of Ultron.
I didn't mind the Captain Americas, but
because they're both just fights all the way through. That's the thing I don't like about Marvel films, is like the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes is just a big fight.
I actually felt like there were fights all the way through, but scattered, so you had like a 10-minute fight, 10-minute fight, 10-minute fight, 10-minute fight, with gaps in the middle, which I think is a better way of doing it.
Towards the end, yes, at the beginning it is just like the last half an hour is a big fight, but I think it's Age of Ultron is basically just a fight the whole way through, and it's not my fave.
Yeah, fair.
Because I don't like that kind of thing.
Fair enough.
You? What are your least favourite?
Least favourite is probably... Let me just get to the list again. To get the exact film, I like it, you know what I mean?
He says his brain's working and then has to look at the films, and you've already got rid of the page, so it's not going to mess up again. Just to say, I'll add a link to the website that we've used to get the order of the films.
So yeah, I think the worst of films were, The Incredible Hulk wasn't great. I actually think the last Spider-Man was worse than it should have been.
Well, the
storyline wasn't great, I don't think.
The last Spider-Man suffers because it comes after Endgame.
Yes, it's the whole hype, and you have the whole thing, it finishes, then there's Spider-Man, which is a bit... maybe that's just the way you watch it. But
that's because they're going to, I assume, continue the universe. So if you had a few more after that, then it might not feel quite so...
But I'm not sure him as Spider-Man, like, he's good, and he's very good within the Avengers world and all that, but he can find it hard to carry himself, I think, sometimes.
I don't. I would disagree.
He was good in the other one. I thought
Spider-Man... looking at your phone while you're
Spider-Man Homecoming was much better. I thought that was just a better, generally. But then it did have some, like, Iron Man and stuff in it as well.
And also, as we said, because Ant-Man and the Wasp doesn't sit in the right place, that one's kind of a anticlimactic, slightly disappointing film.
Yeah, some of the Captain Americas were a bit boring.
But I think that's more because of Captain America. Captain America can't really have a good character story arc because he's got to be that constant staple.
Yeah, I feel like Americans will like him more than...
So he can't have that. Like Iron Man goes through a massive story arc.
Yeah.
Whereas Captain America can't.
But yeah, I feel like Americans will like Captain America more because he's, the all-American hero, which is kind of embodies a lot of what America is, really, I guess. But I don't know if I'm wrong there, but...
So you may as well move on to your favourite character.
It's got to be one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, isn't it, really? So probably...
Or shall we do it differently? Shall we go your favourite male character and then your favourite female character?
Sure. I quite like Rocket, even though he's the male character.
Rocket is good.
But he's good, yeah. And what's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy as well? The big guy.
What, Drax?
Drax, yeah.
I love Drax. Drax makes
is
me
good
laugh so much.
So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy characters are the funnier ones, I guess. I like Thor a lot as well, so that's my male ones. But I guess then female would be probably
There's not that many to pick from, to be fair.
Probably Scarlett Johansson, I guess.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
That's just because you think she's fit.
I mean, she's good looking, nice looking. But yeah, no, I guess probably. I find that woman actually quite funny. The one who's the bad one, who's in, the golden one in Guardian of the Galaxy, is the evil one. She's quite good, but mainly because she's useless and like annoying. But yeah, anyway.
I think as typical Avenger, I've always said Thor is my favourite. Although I did warm to the Hulk when we watched them. I just think Mark Ruffalo played that really well.
Yeah, he did.
But if we're going with my favourite male character, and like yours, it's not really a man, I guess. Not really human.
Rocket as well.
No, I love that stone man in Ragnarok.
Stone man?
Yes. We went through this when we watched Ragnarok. When he's in the little dungeon.
Sorry, the South African guy.
Yes,
yeah.
The stone. He makes me
great,
laugh so much. So he's probably...
What's his name again?
I don't know, that's the problem. I don't know what his name is, that's why I have to call him the Stone Man. But he's in a few of the films, like the latter films, and he just makes me laugh a lot. Pete's got to get his phone out again now.
Got to figure out his name now, explain me.
I know the actor.
Korg.
So there you go, his name is Korg. I like him, he makes me laugh a lot. I like the characters that make me laugh more than the other ones.
The action ones.
Yeah, which is why the female characters are
Thor's got a bit of both though, he makes you laugh and he's action.
So there's not that many to pick from. It's a very equal universe, shall we say.
Gets more equal, I guess.
I mean,
and they have that point at the end where there's all the
just
women going.
Women. I liked that point.
Yeah.
So I would probably say, I'd probably go with Captain Marvel.
I wouldn't say there's any funny females in it, are there really?
No. Which
is kind of bad. They haven't really made any females give laughter, should we say?
I mean, obviously you've got the ones in Guardians, and they sort of they tee up.
Not really
they tee up.
Nebula does a bit, but I wouldn't say Namor does.
No. Much. They might put the joke up, and then someone else will hit it off or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably go with Captain Marvel. Although she doesn't turn up very much, does she?
No, she's only in like 2 films.
So yeah, that would probably be it. So, if you were in the world, what character would you be? As in, if you as Pete was in the Marvel Universe, who would you be? I know exactly mine.
I mean, I'd probably just be Thor because it'd be quite fun to have a hammer.
But as in your personality...
Right.
In the Marvel Universe. As I said, I know mine exactly. I'd be Pepper Potts. Because I'm not...
She's one of my favourite characters. She's quite good.
I'm not one to really get involved in a fight, but I'm very organised.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'd probably stress a bit if you went out and fought a lot. But then I'd turn up when I have to.
That's spot on, yeah. I would be Hulk. Hulk smash.
You're not Hulk. You're the most laid-back person in the world.
Well,
just Hulk then? Smash.
Who would I be then?
I don't know who you'd be. You're quite mathematical and quite logical with stuff. Maybe you're a Doctor Strange.
Could be a Doctor Strange.
No photographic memory
No,
though.
I'm good at remembering pictures and like numbers and stuff, just not
everything else.
Yeah, people talking to me. Photographic. I can remember the images.
I think I fit in this universe a lot easier than you do.
That means I've got a starring role as my own character though, because that means your role's taken, I'm afraid.
Who of the actors do you think was best cast? I'd say Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
He's pretty good as Iron Man, yeah.
He's one of the ones that I can't see anyone else playing that character.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he does the whole arrogant, kind of like egotistical person pretty well. Yeah, I think Thor again, whatever his name is, Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
It's pretty well cast.
I do think some of the other people could have quite easily been
I know
actors.
who the best cast character is. It's obviously Groot.
What, Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel's Groot. I mean, it's obviously the best character.
I mean, no one knows it's Vin Diesel anyway. Vin Diesel had such an easy job.
Yeah.
I wonder how many versions of I'm Groot did he have to say?
Yeah, and how much you got paid for it?
Yeah, probably quite a lot. So, we've done all about the heroes. Who are the best villains? I mean, obviously Thanos.
Yeah, I mean, Thanos is a great villain.
The thing is, Thanos thinks that he's doing everyone a favour and that he's helping.
Yeah, no, but that's why I quite like it. Because he kind of has a logical way of thinking, but realistically it's all flawed but he kind of he has a purpose where there's baddies where they have a purpose and they think they're doing good, but realistically their good is way beyond what realistically is good. Thanos' good is kind of like way beyond, but at the same time he explains it well.
But I now struggle with Thanos because I do just think of Josh. None of you will know because I haven't shared anything, but when we went for my friend Josh's wedding, when I was best man, we dressed him up as Thanos. So every time he came on screen, I did think of Josh dressed up as Thanos. So it did take the edge slightly off the villain.
As I said, I quite like the golden woman with all her people that are in their kind of like cars trying to catch the.
She wasn't
ship.
Like the big villain though in that.
No. But I find it funny because how pathetic they were as a race, like in general.
But the thing with the villains is that they all interlink. So it might be a certain person, but most of the time they work for Hydra, and that is something I hadn't picked up on. But yeah, actually, the villains aren't that memorable, are they?
Kind of all leads up to Thanos, doesn't it?
Where do you think we're going? We've got to Endgame. Where do you think they'll go?
I feel like they might try and change it with bringing in new characters and get rid of some of the old ones and stuff, and I think it might not work.
Because what have we got? We've got another Guardians film, which I guess Thor will have to be in it. Unless it's way, way, way in the future.
Maybe.
Because at the end of Endgame, he gets in the ship with them.
That could be quite good. I mean, I Guardians and Thor is my two favourite films. Having a film with Guardians and Thor in it would be pretty awesome.
I think we've got another Black Panther, which we haven't really spoken about, but I did like Black Panther.
I thought Black Panther was good.
Sort of stands on its own.
Yeah, that was good though.
I am looking forward to the Guardians roller coaster coming to Disney World.
What would they do with it?
There's a Guardians roller coaster coming to Epcot.
They shoot through galaxies, kind of things.
It's in the old building that had, I think it's Ellen's. I think we did it when we went. It was Ellen's DeGeneres' like environment ride thing.
Right. Oh, wasn't that kind of crap?
Yeah, that's why they've got rid of it, and they're putting a Guardians roller coaster in that building instead. I think it's one of those ones that like spins, so it's like 4 back to back.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that, and then over at Disney Land, they're doing a whole Avengers Campus thing. So we have to go now, Pete. Because we've done all the Marvel things, so we have to go and look at all the Marvel things now. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed our little Marvel chat. It's been a big part of our life for the last 3 weeks. So on that note, we're off. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe.
Don't make me go through this again.
Subscribe.
No.
I'm clicking the subscribe button.
Because you're probably the wrong side anyway. Put your thumb up. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.